You know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian. Again, I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you set for some varsity boys basketball action as your Collinsville Kahawks play host to the Metro East Lutheran Knights. And we welcome you in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many as people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. No Dr. Chris McCluskey tonight on the other microphone, so just yours truly doing a solo thing with Andy Albertina over here operating the camera as we both get you ready for this varsity matchup between Collinsville and Metro East Lutheran. Just ended the JV game. We had running clock in the fourth quarter as Collinsville handed it to the JVers of Metro East Lutheran by a score of 59-15. Collinsville JV team now 6-0 on the year. They did not allow double digits in any quarter to the Metro East Lutheran Knights in that first quarter, 16-6, 18-3. Collinsville took the second quarter. Took the first quarter, 20-2. Second quarter, 16-6. Third quarter, 18-3. And both teams were in single digits in that fourth quarter, but Collinsville still outscoring Metro East Lutheran 5-4. That brings us into our varsity game. And just like the JV game, these two schools have never met in boys basketball in the history of either one of these programs. Metro East Lutheran became a high school back in 1977. Not sure when they fielded their first boys basketball team, but I'm sure it was somewhere thereafter in the late 70s or early 80s. The IHSA only has 8 seasons on record for Metro East Lutheran. They have 2002 through 2007. Then they have the 09-10 season, and then they have 2014 to 2017. And that's it. So we didn't have a lot to go off there, but luckily Collinsville has a website where they keep track of every single game they've pretty much played since 1907. And I went back at looking at all the records from 1977 all the way up to now and could not find one single instance when these two teams played each other. And that has a lot to do with their classifications. Collinsville is a 4A school, while Metro East Lutheran is a 1A school. Collinsville comes in with a record of 2-3 under their head coach Darren Lee, his 12th year here at Collinsville High School. He has 200 wins, 142 losses. He got that 200th win last weekend in O'Fallon, and I'm sure he'd like to get to 201 here at some point. Coach Lee is in his 32nd year overall as a head coach in Illinois, and he has 665 wins, 285 losses as he coached in game number 950 last night versus Edwardsville. And we're going to try to forget about that Edwardsville loss, 48-26. Collinsville lost last night to the Edwardsville Tigers. So we have the other team from Edwardsville in town tonight, Metro East Lutheran. They are coached by Anthony Smith. He is in his 7th year as the head coach of Metro East Lutheran. Here's the father, by the way, of Mark Smith, who started off his collegiate career with the Illini, now plays with Mizzou, of course, all those years under Mike Waldo and the Edwardsville Tigers. And A.J. Smith, the young Smith, is on this Metro East Lutheran team, and we'll see him play here in the first quarter as well. Now, as far as the IHSA is concerned, Metro East Lutheran has 4 regionals in their history, 4 regional championships, and 2 of them have come under Smith. He did so in his first season, the 14-15 season, when they went 20-11. And last year, it was the next season, 20. I had that written down, but I didn't write it down on this piece of paper. I believe it was actually the 17-18 season in which they went 15-17 that they were regional champs. The very next year, after that first initial year of 14-15 for Smith and 15-16, his team went 25-6, but they lost in the regional championship game and did not go any farther, and they had a really good team that year. Last year, Metro East Lutheran went 17-17. They beat Dupo in the first round of regionals before losing in the regional championship game to Lovejoy, 77-67. But Metro East Lutheran comes in on fire. They are 4-0 on the year, and we'll break down their record in just a moment as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, "The usual?" So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And welcome back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you ready for this varsity matchup between the Collinsville Kahawks and the Metro East Lutheran Knights. As we mentioned, Collinsville 2-3 on the year after that loss last night to Edwardsville, 48-26. Single point quarters for Collinsville in the first, the second, and the third. They had scored 4 in the first, 6 in the second, and only 5 in the third. They hit double digits in that fourth quarter when they scored 11. Edwardsville had 8 in the first, 6 in the second, and then they had double digits in both the third and the fourth with 18 and 16 respectively. So Collinsville, they started yesterday averaging 48.5 points per game. That's dropped off. They're now at 44 points per game. And defensively, they were giving up 48.5 points per game, and now that is 48.4. Metro East Lutheran, they are scoring some points, folks. They have outscored their opponents in their 4-0 start, 284-194, almost outscoring their opponents by 100 points. They are scoring 68.0 points per game, and they are giving up 50.3 points per game. Now you have to take their schedule into consideration. Their wins have been over Father McGivney, Jabot, Wood River, and Bunker Hill, so not necessarily, the cream of the crop here, but, they're high school basketball players, and they put the guys on the floor just like the other teams do, and so far Metro East Lutheran has been able to take care of business. Coming off of a 80-43 win over Bunker Hill 2 nights ago, so they are a very tall team, are the Metro East Lutheran Knights, and we'll see how Collinsville wants to handle the height of this team as we get going in this one. Our final break in the Chiropractic Works pregame show heading your way now. When we come back, we'll have the starting rosters for both sides, and we'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Todd Duke, Andy Albertina on the camera for you. We're just about ready to get this varsity game going between Collinsville and Metro East Lutheran. Here are the starters for the Knights. They'll trot out Zion Tucker, a 6-foot sophomore, followed by Luke Neath, a 6-foot senior. Champ Chipman, a 5'10" senior. A.J. Smith, the coach's son, a 6'6" senior. And 6'8" junior. DeMarcus Bean rounds out the starting five. Collinsville sends out Nate Hall, the 6'7" senior. Trey Swaggart, the 6'1" junior. Jackson Lee, the other coach's son, 6'1" senior. Caleb Ballinger, the 5'10" senior. And Josh Chambers, the 6'6" senior. And DeMarcus Bean gets things started here with 2 points for Metro East Lutheran. And we are underway. Collinsville with their first clack at it on offense. Into the corner it goes to Nate Hall. Nate Hall gets it to Josh Chambers. Chambers underneath the basket tries to find Hall, and instead it's turned over. And then to add insult to injury, Nate Hall picks up a foul in the process. And that's the way Collinsville gets going here. Inbound pass coming in from Luke Neath underneath of the Collinsville basket. Gets it into the hands of Chipman. Chipman moves it on up to Bean. Over on the far side for Tucker. He'll launch a three from the right wing, and it bounces across the rim, won't fall in. And there is Swaggart with the rebound for Collinsville. He brings it up himself into the paint. Hop, skip, and a jump, and it's good for two. Swaggart ties it at 2. He said he come up and talk to me. He's I'm going to have a great game. I'm going to do it all by myself. I said, hey, man, don't forget about your teammates. They're out there to help you out. Bean scores his second 2-point bucket. And Metro East Lutheran back out front 4-2. 1 minute gone here in this opening quarter. Here's Ballinger with a pass on the bounce to Lee. Back out toward the top of the key now for Nate Hall. Hall into the paint for Swaggart. Swaggart trying to get himself around. He does so. Champ Chipman was in his way, and Chipman will pick up the foul while Swaggart picks up the 2 points with a chance to make it 3.
Night's fouls on number 11, Champ Chipman, his first personal foul.
Each team now with 1 foul. Swaggart at the free throw line, 18 of 27, 66.7% on the year from the charity stripe. Trying to give his team the first lead of the game and couldn't do it. Rebound is battled for and out of bounds, last touched by Metro East Lutheran, so Collinsville will get to keep it. Inbound pass will come in from Ballinger. Ballinger looks and bounces it into Nate Hall. Nate Hall gets grabbed from behind by Tucker. Kind of gave him a hug. Ballinger for 3. That falls just a little bit too long. It hits the inside of the rim on the far side. And the rebound belongs to Bean. Collinsville, their first 3-point try falls short. And here's another 3-point try from Metro East Lutheran. That one bounces all the way back, almost to Neath, where it came from. But the rebound belongs to Collinsville. And then underneath the basket, Ballinger is fouled. And 2 shots coming up for Caleb Ballinger as the foul is going to be handed out to DeMarcus Bean. His first, team second. Ballinger at the free throw line where he is 8 of 13 on the year. 4-4 game here early on in the first. Ballinger, he hits it. Gets the friendly bounce off that fat part of the iron where the rim meets the glass. And Collinsville has their first lead of this game. And it's going to stay a 1-point lead for right now as Bean hauls down another rebound for Lutheran. Here is Tucker. He'll launch another 3 from the right wing. Boy, they have already shot 3 3-pointers from that same spot and have come up empty all 3 times. And all 3 times, Collinsville has ended up with the rebound. Swaggart over to Ballinger, who gets it over to Lee on the left wing. Lee into the corner now for Ballinger. Ballinger to Chambers. Chambers back to Ballinger. Now out to Nate Hall. Over to Swaggart. In the paint for Chambers. Back out front for Hall. Hall drives it all the way to the baseline. Has it knocked out of his hands by A.J. Smith. Smith comes up, challenges Ballinger, throws it up there, rolls across the rim, won't go. And now we're going to have a foul called as there was an over-the-back call against Jackson Lee. That'll be his first, team second, each team now with 2. Speaking of 2, number 2, Luke Neath will inbound from underneath of his own basket. Do so to Bean, gets it back to Neath. Neath around the perimeter, now to Smith. Smith in the slot between the top of the key and the center court circle. Now bounces his way over onto the right wing. Gets it to Bean. Back out front for Smith. Oh, that was a head fake and a pass fake and everything, and it faked out everybody. And in return, Collinsville will turn the ball right back over. So an extremely fast turnover to turnover ratio here between the 2 teams. Neath set to inbound again. A football pass all the way down for Smith, and Smith keeps it. No, he does not. He steps out of bounds with it, trying to save that ball. And over the last 20 seconds, we have had 3 turnovers and no points. 5-4, 5:20 left to play here in this first quarter. Our first substitution will come in for Collinsville, and it'll be the junior Dayton Harris, 5'10". Takes the place of the other 5'10" Kahok starter, Caleb Ballinger. Here is Nate Hall. Hall races around into the perimeter, baseline, good for 2. Collinsville extends their lead to 3. And another turnover. Here come the Kahawks back the other way. Hall with a head fake in the paint off the glass. Good for 2. Ball comes right in front of the Metro East Lutheran bench. Double teamed to Smith. And another turnover. Here is Swaggart. He'll bring it in. Oh, trying to swat that out of there was A.J. Smith. He crashes hard onto the floor and then holds onto the ball while his coach and his dad calls a timeout. We'll step aside as well early on. 9-4 in favor of the Kahawks. Back in a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Andy Albertino with you. 9-4 in favor of Collinsville here in this first quarter. Varsity team trying to snap a little bit of a losing skid here. Well, not losing skid. They beat O'Fallon last week, and then their only other game was Edwardsville last night as the weather messed with everybody's schedule. Collinsville lost 2 games. This is actually a makeup game of the one that was supposed to be played here Monday. Tuesday, Collinsville was supposed to go to Madison. That has now been scheduled for here this coming Monday. So we'll be back here Monday and Tuesday for more boys action. As Madison will come in Monday and Alton will come in Tuesday. Lutheran Knights trailing by 5. 3-point shot from Smith, no good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville once again. Every time the Metro East Lutheran Knights try a 3-point shot, they miss it. And so far, every single time, Collinsville has gotten the rebound. Here is Horace. Gives it up now for Davis. The other JVer now into the game. Horace over here on the right wing takes it around toward midcourt. Over to Davis. Devin Davis, the 6'1 junior. Zach Chambers, and now a shot by Kyle Moore from three-point land. That misses the mark. Rebound saved by Swaggart all the way back out to where it came from for Moore. And now Horace gets it back outside to Moore, and then Horace gets it back at the top of the key. Horace backs up, gives it up, and Kyle Moore gives it to Swaggart. Swaggart back out front now in the slot for Horace. 3:40 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Horace, and now we have a foul call. This one's going to go against Champ Chipman, and that'll be his second, team third.
Now he's foul number 11, Champ Chipman. His second personal foul, third team foul.
And we'll have Roderick Holmes check into the game. He'll take the place of the 5'10 senior Champ Chipman. Dayton Horace is set to inbound for Collinsville. Offset to the right of their basket, does so to Davis, and the ball goes over his shoulder. Falls right down into the hands of Tucker. Metro East Lutheran trying to take advantage of a turnover. I thought Tucker was going to pull up on that right wing for another 3. Here's Smith. Smith dribbles, drives, no such luck. Underneath the basket, backdoor style. Shot, nothing good. Holmes couldn't connect. Collinsville gets the rebound. They bring it up. Here is Davis off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall. Bean with the rebound. He almost stepped out of bounds with it. But they stay with it, do the Knights. And here is Tucker into the paint. And a foul coming up. This one's going to go against Dayton Horace. Horace will pick up his first, team third. We have been stuck at 9-4 for a while. Inbound pass coming in from Holmes. Does so to Bean. Bean matching up with Chambers, 6'8" against 6'6". Over on the far side, Holmes. Holmes into the corner now for Tucker. Tucker. One dribble, gives it up for Smith. Smith's double teamed at the baseline. Nowhere to move. Gives it up on the run to Neath, and that ball is knocked out of bounds by Collinsville, and Metro East Lutheran will get to keep it for another possession. Inbound pass coming in from Holmes. To Smith, now to Bean at the free throw line. He'll take the shot from there. A little bit too hard on it. Hits that fat part of the iron. Bounces right down into the hands of Kyle Moore. Collinsville brings it up quickly. Cross-court pass. Here's Moore for another three. Yes! Kyle Moore hits the first three-pointer of this contest. And Collinsville extends that lead to 12-4. Here is Holmes, and Holmes is fouled as he entered the paint. This one is going to go against Devin Davis. That'll be his first, team fourth. Matt Clark into the game for the first time as Nate Hall also checks back in. To the bench, Trey Swaggart and Josh Chambers. Champ Chipman checks back in for Metro East Lutheran, and Bean gets the inbound pass. And then it goes over to Chipman. Chipman in the slot. Over to Smith on the deep right wing. Bounce into the perimeter, into the corner over there for Bean. Bean dribbles, tries to back his way in over Clark, does so, and connects for two. Bean has scored all 6 points on the board for Metro East Lutheran thus far. 12-6, final 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Here's Nate Hall. Hall out to the top of the key for Horace. And he gives it up for Moore. Moore to Davis, to Hall. Free throw line, trying to thread that ball in there to Horace. It's picked off for a moment. Horace gets it back, and then a foul against Luke Neath. And that'll be the fourth team foul for Metro East Lutheran. First one belonging to Luke Neath. 1:38 left to play here in this first quarter. Inbound pass coming in from Kyle Moore as Roderick Holmes checks back into the game. He'll take Neath's place. Inbound pass comes in to Horace. Now to Nate Hall in the paint, turns around, takes the shot, and he's fouled by A.J. Smith. Back-to-back fouls here by Metro East Lutheran, and they're adding up quickly. Number 5 as a team now for the Knights. By the way, in case you're wondering, I had to go with the yellow background, gold background for Metro East Lutheran. I tried green. I had green on there, but every time I brought up my camera, it was blue. Like, I can't have people going, man, this guy doesn't even know how to put the right color up there. So I switched it from green to yellow. I think it's one of those Kelly Green things, you know, the green screen that people use to stand in front of when they give, like, weather forecasts and stuff. I think that might have something to do with it. I'm not sure. Hall makes both of his free throws. Collinsville extends their lead to 14-6, 90 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Champ Chipman. Chipman in front of the scorer's table, bounces it into Bean. Bean back to Chipman for three from the corner. That one, whoa, came out and then went right back in for Chipman. First three-point bucket hit tonight by Metro East Lutheran. And the Knights are one digit away from breaking into the double-digit plateau. Into the corner it goes. And that's Horace. He'll pull up, take a shot from inside the perimeter and hit nothing but net. That was a nice little shot there by Horace. Looked good leaving his hands. Knights bring it up under a minute to go. Almost poked away by Horace. Now it is. Horace does a nice job. Gets up, ditches it off to Davis. Davis off the glass. Good for two more. Collinsville rolling along here, and here comes Smith. He'll slice through the lane, take the shot, and then get his own rebound and put it back in. 18-11. Collinsville with the lead. 25 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Here is Davis. Three Kahok players back at the midcourt stripe. They're going to play for the last shot of the quarter. Davis. Davis had that ball poked away by Smith. Stays with it, though. Davis into the paint, off the glass. Counted for two more right before the buzzer. And that's the way that the first quarter comes to a close. Collinsville stakes themselves out to a 9-point lead, 20-11. Second quarter action will be coming your way in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petrov Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petrov Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petrov Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrovtrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petrov Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
22-11. Collinsville with a 9-point lead after 1 quarter of play. I'm Todd Duke. Andy Albertina on the camera for us tonight. Have not gotten any news from Edwardsville on the girls' games. Both the JV and the varsity teams are at Metro East Lutheran tonight playing in their contest. And the girls are also looking to rebound from a tough night at Edwardsville High School last night against the Lady Tigers, which, they're always superb, even though that Lori Blade has retired. Here's a shot by Ballinger, wouldn't fall. Rebound belongs to the Knights. They bring the ball up in the form of the 6'6" senior, A.J. Smith, the younger brother of Mark Smith, who plays for the Mizzou Tigers. Started off his collegiate career with the Illini. There's a rebound, won't fall in. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville after the tip-in try by Smith. Here is Swaggart in the paint, kicks it outside the Chambers. Now back out beyond the perimeter to Bollinger. Into the corner for Jackson Lee. Coach David Lee, his son, the head coach of the Collinsville Kahawks in his 12th year here. 32nd year overall as a high school coach in Illinois. Reverse layup try by Swaggart. Bean knocks that out of his hands. Collinsville loses the ball, and they lose 2 points in the process as A.J. Smith puts that one in for 2 points off of a Kahawk turnover. 20-13. Kahawks with the lead. Here is Lee into the corner for Hall. Under the basket for Lee, and there wasn't any room, and almost turned the ball over. Chambers with a shot, and then it bounces right off of his face mask and out of bounds. Each team now with 5 turnovers. Collinsville with a 7-point lead. Inbound pass will come in from Luke Neath. Neath ready to go. Bounces it into Bean. Bean, an over-the-shoulder toss, and running away with it is Chipman, and Chipman's going to be fouled by Lee. And Dad says, "What'd you do that for, son?" Jackson Lee picks up foul number 2, and it'll be the 5th team foul, and we have a timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout, so we're going to take a 30-second break as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
That's right. Tell him Stewie sent you. Stewie Stewart. The man knows his food. That's for sure. Champ Chipman, excuse me. I wanted to do it backwards and call him Chip Chapman. Chipman gets his first free throw in there. And it's now a 6-point game. Chipman trying to get it a little closer. Yep, that one rattles but won't fall. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up. Here is Ballinger. Ballinger. Far side sideline, top of the key, and now over on the right wing. A little offset from the top of the key. Gives it up for Hall. He'll launch a 3 from there. That one's short. And a nice save by Jackson Lee. Gets it right back in for Hall. Here is Swaggart for 3, and that one falls a little short. And the rebound punched out by Hall to Swaggart once again. Boy, Collinsville living large down here on these accidental rebounds. Over to Lee, over to Hall. Hall, baseline. Head fake, no room to move. Ballinger steals it before it's stolen from him, and then a pop and drop by Lee ends up being knocked out of bounds, so all that effort did not result into 2 points here by Collinsville. 5:52 left to play here in the second quarter. Inbound pass. Eventually getting ready to come in. I said eventually. Now we're ready. Here's Neath. Into Bean. Bean over here to Chipman. Chipman being flanked by Ballinger. And now Chipman back into the slot and travels. JV girls won 58-25. That's a big score. And the varsity girls playing right now at Metro East Lutheran. The only Metro East Lutheran sporting event I think I've ever covered is volleyball. As I mentioned, these two boys basketball programs have never faced each other. Here's Hall. Hall in front of the Knights bench. At the free throw line, hands the ball off to Lee. Lee gives it back to Hall. Hall breaks in just outside the lane, and a nice drive by Nate Hall. He now has 8 points. Collinsville lead 22-14. Here is Tucker into the corner for Smith. He drives baseline. 3 Kahawks there. Chambers slaps that out of his hands, but Smith gets his own loose ball. Now to Bean. Bean kicks it out front, and here we go for Neath. Over to Chipman. Chipman back out to Neath. Now Neath over on the far side wing. Tries to throw it in past Nate Hall, but he kicks that leg out there, and that stops the clock with 4:39 left to play, which means we have another mask timeout. And we will step aside as well. We are back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. No Dr. McCluskey tonight. Family thing for the good doctor, so hopefully he'll be back with us Monday. We're here Monday and Tuesday for some boys action. Madison in town Monday, Alton in town Tuesday. We'll have Wednesday off, and then we'll have some girls action for you Thursday. And then we are going to East St. Louis next Saturday for the boys contest, as East St. Louis does not have any way to live stream from their gym. Just like I did with the girls' game, we'll do with the boys' game as well. 22-14, there's 4:39 left to play here in this first quarter. And Metro East Lutheran with the ball. Here is Bean in the perimeter, trying to muscle his way past Clark. Throws it outside instead to Holmes. Holmes over onto the far side wing for Neath. Neath, one bounce, picks it up, and gives to A.J. Smith. Smith over onto the left side wing for Holmes. Cross-court pass, Tucker for 3. And that misses everything. And Bean tried to get to it, but Matt Clark used the body to get in the way, and that's a turnover by the Knights. Collinsville will get the ball back. 4:15 left to play here in quarter number 2. Nate Hall inbounds. Does so to Dayton Horace. Horace races it up, gives it up for Swaggart. Out front for Moore, inside, trying to find Nate Hall, and he was fouled by A.J. Smith.
Tonight's foul number 13, AJ
That'll be his second,
It's his second
team
personal foul.
sixth.
Sixth team foul.
One more foul by the Knights, and Collinsville will lead at the free throw line. Inbound pass will come in from Dayton Horace. Does so to Hall, and the touch point basket is good. Hall into double digits. And here come the Knights. Here's Tucker. 24-14, Collinsville with a 10-point lead. Over to Smith on the right wing. He'll launch a three from there, and that one misses the mark as well, but a nice save. Another three-point shot on the way. That misses the mark. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. I think that was the first rebound by the Knights when they have shot and missed a three-point bucket. Referee says the ball was kicked, and it was kicked by Nate Hall, so Knights will get the ball back.
Number 23, Devin Davis.
Devin Davis checks back into the game for Collinsville.
And for the Knights, number 11.
He'll take the place of Nate Hall. Chipman will come back in as well for Metro East Lutheran. Tucker to the bench. Inbound pass will come in from A.J. Smith on the far side. Into the backcourt it goes for Champ Chipman. Metro East Lutheran came into this contest undefeated, 4-0. On the wing, Holmes. And we're going to have a foul away from the play. This one's going to be called against A.J. Smith. A little too much pushing off there outside the lane, and that's his third foul, and Smith will head to the bench. Zion Tucker will come back in. He didn't get that long of a rest. 3:15 left to play here in this first half. 24-14 in favor of Collinsville. Horace to Davis. Davis across the timeline. Puts on a spin move around Neath. Gives it up over on the wing for Swaggart. Swaggart at the free throw line. Almost had it poked away. And a bounce pass to Horace. Underneath, wide open is Matt Clark. And Clark on the board for the first time here in the varsity game. And another turnover by Metro East Lutheran. Collinsville gets the ball back. Here is Swaggart with a head of steam. Into the paint. I think he got one too many steps in there, but Swaggart looked like he took about 3 steps in the paint to get to the basket there. No whistle, so we'll take it. Here's Tucker over onto the three-point side. That one is made by Luke Neath. Neath has his first points of this game, and it's a three-pointer. Collinsville will try to answer it, and Kyle Moore's shot falls a little short. Rebound, however, found by Dayton Horace and put back in. Horace now with 4. Collinsville hits the 30-point mark. And up the court the ball goes. Here is Tucker, and a give and go. All the way around the rim it goes, but it's knocked right into the hands of Zion Tucker. Tucker on the board for the first time tonight with 2 points. 11-point lead for Collinsville. We're under 2 to go here in the first half. Here's Kyle Moore. Moore. Bounce pass over on the wing for Swaggart. Just outside the lane for Clark. Into the corner. Moore thought about the 3. Brings it down, gives it up to Clark. He'll shoot one from the corner, and that one skips right across the rim. Swaggart had to fight off his defender, Holmes, and then Swaggart tries to take a shot. And a foul against Roderick Holmes. That'll be his first, team 8th. And Swaggart at the line shooting 2. Swaggart, 18 of 27 on the year from the free throw line. Good on the first attempt. One more coming for Trey Swaggart. And that one is in as well. A little short right off the bat, but it had enough momentum to roll across that rim and fall on in there. Nick Graff comes into the game for the first time for Collinsville. Inbound pass, a baseball-style pass all the way down court, and then a foul by Kyle Moore. Will send Roderick Holmes to the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. 6th team foul. Roderick Holmes will be at the line.
Holmes looking for his first points. 32-19, Collinsville with the lead. 91 seconds left on the clock. And here is Holmes. Rattles, but will not fall. Caleb Ballinger
Number 30, Caleb Ballinger.
checks back into the game for Collinsville. He'll take the place of Kyle Moore. One more shot coming up for Holmes. It's on the way. This one's good.
Second free throw is good for Roderick Holmes.
And the Knights hit the 20-point mark. Collinsville with a 12-point lead, 32-20. Final moments here of this second quarter. Here's Horace, gives it up to Ballinger. Ballinger back to Horace, over to Davis. Davis just outside the lane for Clark. Clark back to Ballinger. Top of the key for Nick Graff. Graff dribbles, drives, dumps it off to Davis. Davis tries the reverse layup, gets his own rebound, and it falls into the hands of Ballinger. Ballinger kicks it outside. Now Graff with it at the free throw line. He loses it. Bean takes control for Metro East Lutheran. He'll cut through the lane off the glass. Good for two for Bean. Bean with 57 points coming into this game. A.J. Smith leading the Knights with 90. Zion Tucker behind him with 60. Final 40 seconds of this second quarter. Here is Clark over to Horace. Head fake, rolls it in, has it knocked out of his hand. Collinsville turns the ball over again, and the Metro East Lutherans obliged by turning the ball right back over. 25 seconds to play here in the first. Here's Davis. Davis over to Ballinger. Ballinger back to Davis. Now this way for Horace as Collinsville looks to play for the final shot of the quarter. Horace. 10 seconds left. Ballinger in the Kahok logo. Works his way out. 5 seconds left. Ballinger at the free throw line. Into the paint. Takes the shot. Can't get it to go. At the buzzer, Matt Clark banks it in off the glass, and that's the way that the first half comes to a close. 34-20 in favor of Collinsville. We'll crunch all the numbers and we'll bring them to you as we have reached halftime of this show, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121, or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we are at halftime, 34-20 in favor of the Collinsville Kahawks. And ladies and gentlemen, the hardest working athletic director in the area, that is none other than Clay Smith with a push broom, taking care of the court here tonight. Clay Smith, everybody, give him a round of applause. Halftime is where we are, 34-22. Collinsville with a 12-point lead. They had a 9-point lead after one quarter of play when it was 20-11. And then Collinsville outscored Metro East Lutheran in that second quarter, 14-11, to extend that 9-point lead into the current 12-point lead. Leading scorer at the half is Nate Hall for Collinsville. He has 10 points. Right behind him, his teammate Trey Swaggart with 8. 4 points each for Devin Davis, Matt Clark, and Dayton Horace. Kyle Moore has 3 points, and Caleb Ballinger has 1 point. Leading scorer for the Metro East Lutheran Knights is DeMarcus Bean with 8 points. 4 points apiece for Champ Chipman and A.J. Smith. 3 points for Luke Neath, 2 for Zion Tucker, and 1 for Roderick Holmes. Rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville is winning the rebound battle. 13 boards for the Kahawks, 7 for the Knights. Each team has turned the ball over 9 times, and from the lines, Collinsville has hit 5 of 6 free throws, while the Knights have hit 2 of 4. And from beyond the three-point strike, Kahawks have hit 1 of 4, while the Knights have hit 2 of 9. Varsity in action right now. Here are the boys. The girls are at Metro East Lutheran High School, and at halftime of that game, right now the Lady Kahawks have a 24-10 lead. Both JV teams won the earlier games. The boys here in big fashion, 59-15, and the girls at Metro East Lutheran almost in the same big fashion. Instead of 59 points that the boys scored, the girls scored 58, and the girls gave up 10 more points to Metro East Lutheran than the boys did here. Final score 58-25. The JV Lady Kahawks victorious, and I believe that their record is now 3-3 on the year. That is a look at your first half stats. We take a break, and when we come back, we'll have third quarter action. That'll be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. M.E.L of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. M.E.L can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. M.E.L offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit M.E.L at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call M.E.L at 346-4884.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke is my name. On the camera tonight, the one and the only Andy Albertina. We're glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. Have some girls action for you tomorrow. 1 o'clock JV, 2:30 varsity as Belleville East comes to town to take on your Kahawks. And move this microphone so my mask doesn't slide up and down on it. 34-20 after 1/2 of play. Collinsville with a 12-point lead. And things are going, yes, a little better than they did in last night's loss to the other Edwardsville team. Like I was a little crooked there. See the line? Yeah, it was like that. Sometimes it happens. All right, we are ready to go here in the third quarter. The Knights of Metro East Lutheran High School will get the ball first, and into the backcourt it goes to Chipman. We're underway. Chipman brings the ball up, being watched by Ballinger the whole way. Chipman in the slot. Now over onto the right wing. Pulls up his dribble, gives it to Bean. Bean hands it back to Chipman. Now out front for Smith. Smith with his 3 fouls and a little foul trouble and a shot that rattles and then falls in by Luke Neath. And then right after that, Trey Swaggart gets a foul for being over the back of Smith. That'll be his first and the first here handed out in this half. So, Knights score points and get the ball back. (34-24). Inbound pass coming in from Neath. Does so to Smith. Smith around Hall, trying to get over the top of 3 Kahawk players, and that didn't work out in his favor. And now a break by Jackson Lee. And Jackson Lee is on the boards for the first time tonight. And just like that, those 2 points are put right back into the hip pocket by Zion Tucker. 36-26. Coming up on 1 minute gone here in this third period, third quarter. Here's Swaggart. Swaggart outside now for Hall. Hall just outside the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Smith tried to get the rebound, but in the meantime, Jackson Lee reached in, and Jackson Lee will be called for his 3rd foul. So the coach's sons on both sides of the game now have 3 fouls. Darren Lee's son Jackson with 3. Anthony Smith's son AJ with 3. Speaking of Smith, there's a big slam And A.J. Smith is now up to 6 points. And that lead is now down to 8. And Coach Lee wants a timeout, and that's exactly what he'll get. 36-28 in favor of Collinsville. We'll take a break as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Back to action. Collinsville with the ball and the lead. Here is Swaggart, but he travels. 10th turnover for Collinsville. Brady O'Neill watching from SEMO. Glad to have you with us there, Brady. I had him down in my phone as just boys soccer because he used to send me updates when I was doing other games and stuff, and I'm like, for the life of me, couldn't remember who exactly it was. And I'm like, by the way, who is this? So I love it when the former Kahawks are still in other parts of the country watching us and watching their friends play some basketball. Here is Smith. He'll do a little fadeaway jumper. That misses the mark, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. 6 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville up by 8, 36-28. Here is Jackson Lee. Back to Nate Hall. Hall over on the far side for Bollinger. He'll launch a three-point shot from there. That's a little strong. Rebound, however, falls right down into the hands of Nate Hall. Hall just outside the lane, puts it up, but it goes over the rim. And this time the rebound belongs to Bean for Metro East Lutheran. He'll get it up to Chipman, who throws it into the corner for Tucker. Tucker gets out of the corner and out front to Smith. Over on the far side, that's Chipman. Chipman being watched by Ballinger just outside the lane. That is Bean. Backs his way in, or tries to, and he travels, trying to get himself around the 6'6" Josh Chambers. And each team now with 10 turnovers. Each team has added 1 here in this third quarter than to their 9 they had in that first half. 5:20 left to play here in this third. Here's Nate Hall. Hall over to Swaggart. Back to Hall. He'll launch a three. He can hit those, and that one's just a little too strong. And Jackson Lee steps out of bounds trying to save the ball. Must be tough being the coach's son. When the coach yells at you, is that dad yelling at you or coach yelling at you? Inbound pass will come into this near side corner, right below our location. Neath into Bean. And Bean brings the ball up court. Into the paint, turn around, off the high glass, won't get it to fall. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Bean. And Collinsville will get the ball back. 4:57 left to play. They should have done the timeout for the mask thing under 5 minutes, but they're going to let them play. I'm sure it's a hard time for these guys to remember, all these refs to remember to look up at the clock and call those timeouts. Here's Nate Hall. Hall with the ball all the way back out to midcourt, brings it up over on the left wing. Now to the right wing for Bollinger. Into the corner for Swaggart. He drives off the glass. Good for 2. Swaggart now with 10 points here in this contest. Here comes Neath. Neath on the wing. Gives it up to Smith. Smith dribbles his way to the free throw line. Now outside the lane. Will pop it from about 5 feet away, and he'll get that swirly ball to fall for him, and 2 more points for Smith. Smith now has 8. 4:10 left to play here in this third quarter. 8-point lead again for Collinsville. Here's Nate Hall. Free throw line for Chambers, over to Ballinger, over to Trey Swaggart. Swaggart, spin move, and then we're going to have a foul. I believe Smith is going to be guilty, and Smith may be hurt as well. He fell down on that left shoulder, and he's going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be one of those adding insult to injury kind of things.
First team foul.
He's still on the ground and now being helped up by teammates.
Again for the Kahawks, number 5, Kyle Moore. And number
Smith will do a couple of stretches to make sure that he's okay. And we now have that mask timeout that we were talking about earlier. So we will step aside as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Todd Duke and Andy Albertina back with you from Collinsville High School. Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium is where we are. 4:01 left to play here in this third quarter. 38-30. Collinsville with the 8-point lead, and the Kahawks have the basketball. Inbound pass, Swaggart right off the glass, good for two. I don't think that Metro East Lutheran was quite ready for that. They looked like they were caught off guard there. Knights bring the ball up. Handoff and a three-point shot from Tucker. That's nothing but net. Zion Tucker hits his first three-pointer of this game. And we have a whistle. We have a marker on the ground. Coach Lee's dry erase marker fell out of his pocket. Inbound pass will come right where the marker was on the floor from Nate Hall. Hall to Chambers, back to Hall. To Chambers. Over on the far side, now into the corner for Swaggart. Swaggart looking, thought about it. Horace cross court. Now Horace gets it deep inside the left corner. And around the perimeter will go. Swaggart for three. Yes! Answers the three from Zion Tucker. And the Kahawks back out to a 10-point lead, 43-33, 3:10 left to play here in this third quarter. Here's Chipman, hands the ball off on a pass to Holmes. Holmes dribbles with the left hand all the way over to the left wing, switches that dribble hand and now gives the ball up for Chipman. Chipman drives in from the top of the key. Oh, get that out of here, says Nate Hall. Nate Hall said nope, and at the same time he almost tore down a poster of one of the senior cheerleaders over there on the wall. Been a few nice blocked shots here in this one. Inbound pass comes into Bean. Bean, 6'8", underhands the ball to the top of the key for Chipman. Chipman in the slot between the top of the key and the center court circle. Now he moves forward. Gives it up to Bean. Bean from the right wing to the top of the key. Over to the left side. Picked off by Trey Swaggart. He'll come in all alone. And good for two for the Collinsville junior, Trey Swaggart. He read that like a cornerback in football, I'll tell you what. His brother Damian be proud. Damian on the football team. And Swaggart with the rebound after the missed try by Metro East. Over to Moore for three. Yes! Moore's second three-pointer of this game. 48-33. Here's Bean. Bean. Oh, knocks over Josh Chambers, and Bean called for a charge. Will pick up his second foul. Bean just bowled over Josh Chambers. Second team foul and a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121 or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at Collinsville High School at Metro East Lutheran after 3 quarters of play. The Lady Kahawks extend their lead 36-14. They only allowed 4 points to the Lady Knights in that third quarter. So things going well for all Kahawk programs here this evening. 1:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Nate Hall, Collinsville with a lead. Kyle Moore for 3. Oh, that one's a little too strong. Almost back-to-back. 3-point drains there for Kyle Moore. Rebound belongs to the Knights. And here comes a 3-point try. That one rolls and does everything but fall in for Chipman. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up. Here is Dayton Horace. Horace. Over into the corner for Swaggart. Swaggart outside to Hall. Hall to Chambers. Chambers back to Hall and a give and go. And I tell you what, Hall split the defense there like the Red Sea. There wasn't anybody in his way. Hall's first points here in the second half gives him 12 now on the night. And it's a 50-33 advantage here for Collinsville. Swagger with 17 points now in this game for Collinsville. There's a 3-point shot that misses off of Chipman's hands as well. And the rebound belongs to Nate Hall, and Collinsville brings it back up. Swagger at the midcourt stripe. 40 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Over to Hall. Back up the center court circle for Swaggart. Swaggart stands there and waits for somebody to challenge him. That might not happen, so we might stand here for another 10 seconds until this thing gets down to about 13. Now we'll give it up to Horace, and with 15 seconds left, Horace to Chambers, back to Horace. Horace directs traffic, gives to Hall, 10 seconds left. Hall dribbles his way over toward that right wing. Too much competition over there. A 3-point shot misses the mark. And at the buzzer, a shot put back up by Dayton Horace, but it does not fall in. And that is the way that the third quarter comes to a close. 50-33 in favor of the Collinsville Kahawks as we head into the fourth quarter. And we will bring you that fourth quarter right after this timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke. Andy Albertina on the camera for us tonight. And Collinsville leads by 17. as Collinsville outscored Metro East Lutheran 16-11 in that third quarter. Kahawks with the ball. Here's Hall. Handoff to Horace. Wide open outside the lane, off the glass a little bit too far on that shot. And the rebound belongs to Metro East. Here is Neath. Neath gives it up now for Chipman. Chipman. Top of the key. And backs it back out after stepping 1 foot inside the perimeter. In the slot. On the volleyball line. We'll be here for volleyball before you know it next month. Here's Bean. Bean backs it up, gives it up to Chipman. Chipman over on the far, Chipman got the ball, and now he drives, and a little hook shot won't fall. Bean with the tap-in putback still won't go. Gets another rebound, trying to put it back up and in. This time he does, off the glass. And Bean now hits 10 points on the night. Bean averaging 14.3 a game. Matter of fact, they have 5 players averaging into double digits. Collinsville with the ball underneath the basket. Hall with it, trying to get around Bean. He does. Count the bucket and the bruise. And Nate Hall will be going to the line, and that will be foul number 3 on DeMarcus Bean.
Ninth foul on number 23, DeMarcus Bean, his third personal foul. Third team foul.
Third team foul for the Knights as A.J. Smith comes back in with his 4 fouls. So he's 1 foul away from fouling out here. And Nate Hall at the free throw line was 2 for 2 in the first half from the charity stripe. And the first one is good. Only one is good. Here's A.J. Smith. Knights bring it up. Trying to hold off Collinsville, or they're going to suffer their first loss of the year as the Knights came into this contest with a 4-0 record. And a good save by Moore. Bounces the ball off of a body and right to Hall. And the Kahawks bring the ball up. Here is Nick Horace. Breaks the defensive pressure put on by number 1, Zion Tucker. And now Swaggart with the ball. Swaggart drives, has the ball knocked out of his hands, and a foul coming up maybe against Luke Neath. And it will. That'll be his second. Team 4th. Inbound pass coming from the far side sideline from senior Nate Hall. Does so to Kyle Moore. Moore will hand the ball off to Horace and then back out to center court for Hall. Nate Hall, the 6'7" senior. Eyes things. It's like 3-on-3 face-off for dodgeball there. And Hall loses the ball. Metro East Lutheran finds it, and then the shot taken by Chipman, but he is fouled before he could finish that off, and it's going to be a foul against Dayton Horace. That'll be his second, team 3rd. To the free throw line, Champ Chipman. Chipman, before this game, had not come in and played any minutes on the free throw line. He did in the first half where he went 1 for 2, and he misses the front end of this 2-shot attempt. Davis checks back into the game for Collinsville. And Chipman, 1 more shot coming his way. That's a little short. Rebound belongs to Horace. Up across the line to Swaggart. Swaggart, far side sideline, getting out of Chipman's way and gives a nice feed to Chambers, and Chambers on the board for the first time tonight. 55-35. 20-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Smith, and a foul coming up against Horace again. His second in a row, 3rd overall.
His 3rd personal foul, 4th team foul.
Inbound pass comes into Chipman right in front of his bench. At the top of the key for Tucker. Tucker trying to get around Horace. Horace not giving up his ground. And a nice tip by Swaggart turns into another Metro East Lutheran turnover, their 12th. And then the ball gets knocked out of bounds as Jackson Lee will come back into the game. He'll take the place of Horace. Inbound pass triggered by Swaggart. Right at midcourt to Chambers and gives it right back to Trey. Trevion Swaggart, 6'1" junior for Collinsville. Gives it up for Lee. Now to Chambers, just outside the lane. Chambers had the ball knocked out of his hands. Kyle Moore backs up at the point for three, and it's good for 3 points. Kyle Moore hits his third three-pointer of this game. 58-35. Here is A.J. Smith. Reverse layup, and Smith will go to the free throw line to see if he can turn this into a three-point play. Swaggart picks up his second. And we're under that 5-minute mark, so mandatory mask timeout. So we will step aside as well, and we'll be back here in just a little bit on the Kahok Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here in Collinsville. Kahawks have a lead at 58-37, 4:50 left to play here in this fourth quarter. At the free throw line, trying to turn a 2-point play into a 3-point play. A.J. Smith, his first trip to the free throw line tonight, and he misses. That's a turnover. That was an air ball. Final from Metro East on the varsity girls. They win 50-19. Meanwhile, shot and a basket by Kyle Moore. Moore raining down threes from all over the place. Here is Bean with another 2 points, and he now has 12. So the junior varsity girls and the varsity girls win at Metro East. So far, the junior varsity boys have won here, and there's Swaggart with his game-leading 19th point. And we are just 4 minutes away from the Kahawks with a 4-game sweep of Metro East Lutheran. Shot by Smith. First one wouldn't go. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back in for another one, and now we have a whistle, which is going to give the ball back to the Knights. The marker is still on the ground. Coach Lee almost stepped on it a minute ago. He better be careful before he does. And there's another turnover by Collinsville, back-to-back turnovers. Couldn't do anything on the points. Metro East couldn't on that last turnover. They're going to try again on this one as the ball gets handed off to Neath. Neath over on the far side for Tucker. Tucker for three. High rainbow shot. No good. Rebound belongs to Chambers, and he'll shove it up the court trying to find Nick Graff, but Luke Neath almost picked that ball off. And got a hold of it right before it got into the Collinsville Kahawk hands of Nick Graff, who tries for three and hits one. Everyone that's played in the game tonight for Collinsville has points now. 66-41. Collinsville extends that lead. And here we go, Devin Davis. And no, Smith says, and then Kyle Moore tries to put it back up and in. Still won't go. And now the ball's picked off by the Knights after a couple of rebounds by Collinsville. And then Bean comes in and attacks the boards. And Bean now with 14 points on the night. 2.5 minutes to play here in this fourth. Whistle will stop the action. And we'll have a foul to Champ Chipman. That'll be his third. Each team now with 5. And Nick Graff will inbound. I believe Alex Lorsback is the only one who has not played in this game for Collinsville tonight. Here's Jackson Lee. Lee over to Graff. Graff gets stuck and back out towards center court for Jackson Lee. Over to Moore. Moore raining down some three-pointers. He has 4 of them tonight. Here's Nick Graff, who just hit one, going for another. Oh, that one falls a little short. Rebound belongs to Lee. He'll put it back up, but that's partially blocked. And then the next rebound belongs to Metro East Lutheran. And a shot put up. Man, that was almost made it in from Nick Heath's hands from three-point range. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Moore. Has the ball poked away, but then he'll be tackled over there on the far sideline by Bean. And Bean will pick up his 4th foul.
His 4th personal foul, 6th team foul.
Graff inbounds. Devin Davis gets past the defense. Off the glass, and couldn't turn that into 2. But the rebound belongs to Lee. Now Graff with another 3-point try. Yes! Graff and Moore have combined for 6 3-pointers here in this contest, most of them coming in this 4th quarter. Fadeaway jumper by A.J. Smith. And the foul is going to belong to Jackson Lee. And Lee now has 4. And here is the aforementioned Alex Lorsback, who's going to check into this game. Now everybody gets a chance to play here tonight for Collinsville. Lorsback, 5'9" junior. At the free throw line, A.J. Smith, he missed his one and only shot. Matter of fact, it was an air ball. This one at least rolls around the rim before it's missed. And the rebound again belongs to Collinsville. Minute 15 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Here is Lorsback. Now we need him to score. Here is Graff with another 3. No, that one falls a little short. Rebound being fought for. Possession arrow in favor of Metro East Lutheran. Counts as a turnover for Collinsville.
Coming back in the game for Collinsville, number 34, Matthew Clark.
Matt Clark checks back into the game. Got the JV squad out there with the exception of Jackson Lee and Nick Graff. Here comes Chipman, excuse me. Second time I've done that. Here's Bean. Backwards into the paint, takes the shot, rolls around the rim, won't go, and a foul coming up against Devin Davis. That'll be his 2nd. We are down to the final 52 seconds left in this one, so it looks as if Metro East Lutheran will be handed their 1st loss of the year. They will drop to 4-1. Collinsville will improve to 3-3. Good one for Bean. Next one from Bean. Both good. Here is Davis. He gets double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it up to Clark. Clark across the way for Graff. Graff to Lorsback. And everybody's going to score. Yes! Everybody on the roster scores tonight for Collinsville with 35 seconds left to play here in this one. 3-point shot coming, and it misses the mark. Smith with the rebound, and he's fouled. So Smith will head to the line.
Kahok foul number 34.
This one's going to go against Matt Clark.
First personal foul, 8th team foul. A.J. Smith at the line for 2 shots.
All 11 players on the varsity roster scoring here tonight. Here is A.J. Smith, and he misses again. Smith came into this game 15 of 19 at the free throw line, and he is 0 for 3 in this game. Next one, that's a little short too. So now he's 0 for 4. So he missed 4 free throws all year long and misses 4 here tonight. That's when you know you're not having a good night. Matt Clark picks up his second foul in a row, stops the clock with 22.6 seconds left. Kahawks up 71-47. Earlier, first game of the year, Metro East Lutheran beat Father McGivney 71-41, almost the same score. Boy, I tell you what, A.J. Smith's having a rough go at it at the free throw line, now 0 for 5. Coach Anthony Smith clearing out his bench, all except for the free thrower. Derek Scott checks into the game. Cullen Yablonsky also in there, as well as Elijah Grady. Grady had himself a nice game in that first junior varsity game. He's all over the place. Good basketball player. Didn't have a lot of points to show for it, but boy, he's all over the court. Smith trying to hit one of his free throws here, and he will. 1 for 7 from the free throw line for Mr. Smith. He'll head out of the game, and we have a bunch of JV players on the court now for both. Here is Devin Davis across the timeline. 15 seconds left, still being hassled by Tucker, so Davis has to play some ball instead of holding on to it. Lowers back over to Graff. Graff will hold on to it. And the final 5 seconds will tick off the clock on this one. Collinsville will win this one tonight by a final score of 71-48 to improve to 3-3 on the year. That brings us into the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials or give them a call about their weekly specials. 344-0404 is the number to call, or you can check them out online at cullipjennings.com. Collinsville victorious here tonight, 71-48 is the final score. Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Cullip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion, from anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings. Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And back here at the Call Up Jennings Florist post-game show on the Kahok Sports Network, Collinsville improves to 3-3 on the year after a win here tonight by a final score of 71-48 over Metro East Lutheran. All of the Collinsville teams won tonight over Metro East Lutheran. Here on this court, JV won the earlier game 59-15 to improve to 6-0, and then this game here 71-48 at Metro East Lutheran. The girls were in action. JV girls won 58-25, while the varsity girls won 50-18. Here in this one, it was 20-11 after one quarter of play. Collinsville had a 9-point lead, then outscored Metro East Lutheran 14-11 in the second quarter to extend that lead to 12. That lead then blossomed to 17 after Collinsville came out of the locker room and outscored the Knights 16-11 in that third quarter. Things continued in the fourth. Collinsville outscoring the Knights 21-15, and that gives us our final 23-point victory of 71-48. Leading scorer in this one was Trey Swaggart from Collinsville. He knocked down 19 points. A couple of his teammates also into double digits. Kyle Moore got there with nothing but threes. He hit 4 of them, so that gives him 12 points. Nate Hall had 15 points for the Collinsville. Everybody on the Collinsville roster scored points tonight. After the double-digit scores, you have 6 from Nick Graff, 4 points each from Dayton Horace, Matt Clark, and Devin Davis. 2 points apiece for Jackson Lee, Josh Chambers, and late Alex Lorsback got in on the fun, and Caleb Ballinger had the 1 point by going 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for the Knights was DeMarcus Bean with 16. A.J. Smith right behind him with 15. Probably could have a little bit better there if A.J. Smith wouldn't have went 1 for 7 from the line, but just one of those nights for the Metro East Lutheran senior. After the 2 double-digit scores, Zion Tucker with 7, 5 points for Luke Neath, 4 points for Champ Chipman, and 1 point for Roderick Holmes. Rest of the numbers look like this. Collinsville wins the Battle of the Boards 27-16. The Kahawks turned the ball over 16 times compared to Metro East Lutheran's 13 times. And from the lines, Collinsville won a robust 6 for 7 from the free throw line. And after only going 1 of 4 from the three-point line, they turned it on in that second half and ended up hitting 7 of 13 from the three-point line. For the Knights, from the free throw line, they struggled
They went 5 of 14, and they took 15 three-point shots tonight, but only managed to hit 3 of them. That is going to do it for us tonight. 4 victories by Collinsville and 4 games against Metro East Lutheran, and we are going to get out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow. That's right, we're back in the same gym tomorrow. We have girls action for you. Belleville East Lady Lancers come to town. They will take on your Collinsville Lady Kahawks in the JV game at 1 p.m. and the varsity game at 2:30. So, until Saturday night, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone, have yourselves a fantastic evening.